Welcome back to the Loveland Report and the Lone Ranger Show with Cleve Loveland. Loveland Properties, the voice of real estate here in Orlando. Chances are one of those rooftops in your neighborhood have been bought, sold, or managed by Cleve Loveland and his team. If you'd like to reach him, he can be reached at 407-352-8118 or cleveloveland.com. My name is Bruce Woodburn. I am the Lone Ranger here in your backyard helping families purchase, finance, refinance, home equity line, build, renovate, you name it. I got the program for you. And you can reach me at 407-250-9144, or we bring you home.
I was going to say,
dog.
I want to give you permission to use that tagline in your commercials.
As
You've probably done a mortgage or a refi on one of those rooftops on your street.
I probably have.
I'm going to have my legal team draw up that document. You can use that phrase.
You know, it's interesting when I have a client come to me and they'll go, oh, yeah, where do you live? Well, I live on Northern Dancer Way. I did a ton of loans on Northern Dancer Way when they were built. Yep. Like you find those pockets.
Small world after we've been doing this for over 35 years.
It really is. And having a lot of fun. The market's red hot right now. You know, I'm not seeing that on the news, but I'm going to tell you, my business is just literally exploded. And I'm hiring. I just hired 2 new people and I'm looking for 2 more.
And I'm hiring too. I need another good agent. Realtors, if you want to work 6 days a week and have a career in real estate, and this has nothing to do with how many followers you have on Instagram, call me. We're going to do real estate work at Loveland Properties. I could use somebody else, another good agent on my team. But one thing, I just think this is the bottom. And we'll be talking about this anecdotal story, Bruce, working with one of my clients, big ranch going up for sale, 20 acres, and just checking that. We've been watching. He's waiting on a new home to be completed, and it's taken longer than usual. But the good news is, like everything around him, we were talking about a $2.2 million list price. Just over the past 6 months, there's been a sweet spot of 1.8 to 2.2 million.
Right.
And they're going, and our listing is going to be much, much bigger, like almost double the square footage of these homes. These are 6,000 square foot McMansions on 5 to 20 acres. And they were sitting for a while. They were all 1.5, 1.6. Now they're all selling for 1.8, 2.2.
It's pretty amazing that market, that $1 million market has really bumped
this is
up.
the move up market. This is probably people that bought their home 10 years ago for $1 million, you know, and made good equity and done good things and are doing well. And now they're looking for the next step up. So that'll be a nice ranch coming up for sale with Loveland Properties in January. 20 acres in Sanford, right by the Beltway and the airport.
20 acres.
20 acres.
Is it all? Is it high and dry, or you got some wetlands in there?
We're close to Lake Jessup there, but the house is high and dry. So, all right, we got a couple listings here I want to do. South Bay. This is the fancy section of Bay Hill. 930,000, 3,100 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, Bruce. And this is one of those. You walk in this house, it's kind of like big open living area, double glass doors at the front. You walk right out, triple slider glass doors that open up to the back area for entertaining. Travertine floors throughout. A 2-2 split plan, big bathrooms and bedrooms, you know, like oversized, like even the guest bath looks like the size of a normal master bathroom. Really cool. Corner lot, circular drive with a tile roof. You can move right in. Decorator kitchen with upgraded appliances. 3,200 square feet for that for 930,000.
All right, just under $1 million. There you go.
Next best buy right here. This house right here needs a little bit of fix up. It's livable, but I would say to update it needs about 40 to 60 grand. Depends on your taste. You could go more than that. But 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, guest house, guest apartment.
Wow.
Rents right now for 800. Would probably rent for 12 or 1,300.
You mean guest house rents
free? The guest, yes. 3/4 of an acre in Conway. So you're right downtown. Wow. You're 4 houses down from the lakefront mansions on Lake Conway. 3,100 square feet, 2-car garage, enormous lot. So room to do whatever you want. Big air-conditioned cabana out back by the pool. Just a beautiful home. Split plan for $699.
That's not a bad price.
$699 on that one. And then starter home, $259,900, Bruce. 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, all tile, all fixed up. Everything's done. Bulletproof. 900 square feet, half-acre lot, no HOA. For $260. This was renting at $1,800. The owner,
and that's a 2-bedroom.
The owner's he's cashing in. He's putting his money in his retirement account. That's 3 bedroom, 1 bath.
Okay.
Room for a second bath, pretty easily done. There's a Florida room that would be easily converted. 1-car garage and a carport for $259.
Well, I mean, there's your starter home right there.
Rented for $1,800 easily. So I've got one in Hunters Creek, 450,000, 2,000 square feet with a pool, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. And actually has we've got a pool out back, nice size yard, almost a 1/4 acre. I mean, literally, you can throw the kids over the back fence. They can walk to the elementary school. Out the front fence is the junior high. Just Hunters Creek's a beautiful neighborhood.
It's gorgeous.
One of the best planned communities in Central Florida.
It really is.
When they started that 30 years ago. So $450 for that one. And this one, it needs a little cosmetic work, but fixed up. These are selling for $490. 480. I know the market. I know what they're priced at. And then also I've got one in the Palisades in Claremont, beautiful custom neighborhood, half-acre lots. This one is, this is a quarter acre, 2,700 square feet though, 5 bedrooms,
Big
3
house.
baths, all 1 story. Sometimes you get these big houses and they're on 2 stories and all the bedrooms are up. No, this is a ranch style house with a 2-car side entry garage, and you're on a quarter acre with a pool for 560,000.
So if your hips are bothering you and you can't go up and down stairs,
double masters. I just had that conversation with a couple people this week. I want 1 story. I'm tired of these stairs. So anyway, call me if you want to take a look at those. You're thinking about your real estate plan for this year or 2026. Call me 407-352-8118.
Yeah, or call the Loan Arranger and get your application started right away. We will help you with any of your financing when it comes to residential real estate purchases, refinances, home equity line of credit, construction loans, doing a lot of construction loans. Do you know, also, folks, I hear you say this and it amazes me. I'll get calls from folks and they'll go, do you do refis too? Yes, I do refis. Matter of fact, I can help you in all 50 states. So there's not a lot of lenders that'll do loans in all 50 states. Anywhere you want to buy a vacation home in the mountains in Tennessee, give me a call. I can help you out with that. My name is Bruce Woodburn. I'm the Loan Arranger. 407-250-9144. That's 407-250-9144 or webringyouhome.com. The market has done very well since the government shut down. I don't know when we'll recover from all this, but if there was any,
leave it shut down. If it helps the bond market, leave it shut down.
Well, I mean, sooner or later we got to get our act together.
They'll figure it out.
But it's done well. So if you are waiting to refinance, now might be a good time. I totally analyze every client to determine whether now is the right time to refinance. So don't get caught up with your current lender telling you now's the time to do it. Maybe it is the time to do it, but maybe it's not. If you're looking to refinance, you want to save money, eliminate PMI, consolidate debt, give me a call at 407-250-9144. Then we've got a big portion of our market are investors. So why are investors seeing an opportunity right now?
They know the appreciation is going to come back on strong.
So you're an investor. I'm an investor. I'm buying. I just got back from a meeting with one of my friends from Texas that's in our industry. He's like, man, what opportunities there are right now. But what's odd is that you and I and the people in our industry see those opportunities, but it's difficult for us to convey that message to the general public.
And fear is, some of our leapfroggers see this, and it's funny. I look at who, we'll have 20 people come to a leapfrog seminar and only about a third of them might take action. And the other 2/3, what's in their eyes, and I can hear it in their voice and in their questions, is the fear.
Yes.
And the people that just do it, and I just see they've gotten past the fear. Because Bruce, if you can't qualify somebody for let's say they own a home or their first home, if you can't qualify them, what do they got to be afraid of? Okay, fix A, B, and C.
That's all you got to do.
And then let's buy the home.
And that's what we do.
And then when you go to do the second one for them, what do? You qualify them.
Yeah.
And then they're still scared. And it's like, why be scared? Because you guys know, based on everything you do, everything's credit based and income based, and you check
income and assets.
I'm sure there's somebody sitting there cranking levers doing an algorithm that says this house is not, we're not going to have a lot of defaults because we're not in business to do that. We don't have those. And so if you can qualify for that second or that third or that fourth home, and you've got a good team around you getting good rents on those properties, explaining to you the benefits. I think I talk a landlord off the ledge about probably once every other month. I have them call me going, I'm not making any money because they're not cash flowing right now. But then I go,
it's difficult to cash flow right now.
I pull up their neighborhood and I go, well, hey, did you know your houses in your neighborhood are selling for $450? You bought for $350 like 4 years ago, right? Oh yeah, okay. And call your accountant because you're depreciating the house, which is worth $400,000. So I bet you it's saving you probably about $4 to $5 grand in taxes.
People don't realize it when they don't see that positive cash flow. And when you have somebody that wants to be an investor, but they're only looking for positive cash flow, you will have a challenging time with that. But if you're looking for the overall return on your investment, real estate is a very, very safe way
that's
to do it.
And when the people with their notebooks full of notes and oh my God, I got to cash flow this much. I almost want to take that yellow pad and put it on the ground and light it on fire.
Well, but you can't blame the consumer for not knowing and maybe they only want to invest if they can positive cash flow. I don't know how
Well,
you're going to
but
do
that's
that
going to be a
in
function.
this market unless you put a lot of
Well, that's
money
going to be a
down.
lot of money down. That's going to be
Or
30.
you want to Airbnb it, you can turn it into a business and do that.
That's a part-time job, maybe a full-time job. So
Well, it all
filling that up.
depends on how
So,
many you have,
yep.
right? But those are the opportunities. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm buying right now. Cleve's buying right now. I see other investors
My
in the
goal is to
market.
get one more. I've got one under contract now. I want to get one more before the end of the year.
And so for folks that don't, maybe they're self-employed. They sitting on a pile of cash. They got good credit, but their tax returns don't show the income, Cleve. I mean, you look, they call and they go, Bruce, I got a creative accountant. I already know you're writing everything off. Okay. So you keep writing it off. Bring me your bank statements for the last 12 months. I will add up all the deposits for 1 year.
Yep.
I will use 50% of those deposits as income.
And what's that rate running? So fixed rates are in the sixes
So
most
if
of the
you were
time.
buying an investment property on a DSCR and you had good credit, 750, 760 credit score, you can be in the high sixes and low sevens.
Wow.
Same place you're going to be on a conventional investment loan.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
conventional owner occupied right now running around 6.39%.
Yeah.
Okay. There's an investor is going to be almost a point higher than that.
Yeah.
Okay. Almost a point. So if you don't have to supply your tax returns, why do it?
Yeah.
Save that. And I had a client that wanted a little bit better in interest rate, a little better. And I'm telling you, we're probably talking about $40 a month.
Yeah.
Wanted to go full doc. I'm like, you own 3 businesses.
Yeah.
And I already do. He goes, oh no, I've got all my paperwork together.
Yeah.
Everything's together. I'm like, you don't realize what a full doc loan is.
Yeah.
Fannie Mae wants everything. So get me your 9th grade report card. Give me this, right? So I can put it all together. And finally he's like, what was the other program we talked about again? And I'm like, I told you, let's do either a bank statement program or a DSCR.
Now, you can do a bank statement on investment.
I can do a bank statement on owner occupied second home.
I didn't know that. There you go again.
But you can only do a DSCR on investment.
Okay.
But a bank statement program, I can do owner occupied.
Okay.
Now, if it's owner occupied.
And what's that rate run? Is that like in the 7s?
Around the same. 6. You can get in the high sixes, low 7s if you have good credit.
That's awesome.
And the great thing about the bank statement in the DSCR. So listen to this. Let's take bank statement in DSCR and pretend we're an investor. We're not owner occupied.
Yep.
On a conventional mortgage, how much do you think the seller is allowed to pay toward the buyer's closing costs on a conventional investor?
I think it's only like 2 or 3%.
2%.
Okay,
2%. How much do you think they can pay on a DSCR or a bank statement program? 6% towards your closing costs.
That's great.
So now you want to be a true investor. You negotiate high on the price and get some closing costs. I get you in for minimum down. We buy the rate down. You got a rate that's as close to a conventional rate as you can get. And you're all hunky dory and you're making money.
Awesome.
That's how you do it. 407-250-9144 for the Lone Ranger. Again, that's 407-250-9144 or WeBringYouHome.com. Cleve, Loveland, how can they reach you?
407-352-8118 or cleveloveland.com. I'll be working all weekend. We get back, I want to talk about staging your home, what improvements will actually help you the most, and when, if you should. They're talking about price cuts. We're going to talk about when you should cut the price on your home. When should you adjust your market position? Right. That's my politically correct term for that. So we'll be back in a few minutes.
Yeah. And I'm going to talk a little bit about your first-time home buyer, what advantages you have, how you can take advantage of the market right now, how you can get your hands on up to $35,000 in down payment assistance. And if you are a nurse, healthcare worker, you are in the military, you are police, fire, any hero, you need to call me. If you're a renter, you are making a mistake. We'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Loveland Report and the Lone Ranger Show. 407-250-9144 for the Lone Ranger or Cleve Loveland at 407-252-8118. And you got Cleve Loveland, the voice of real estate. Sorry, I couldn't even get my own phone number out. We'll be back in 5.